pray to God to continue to keep me and the Jamaica Labour Party firm and strong. I pray to God to give me the energy we need to keep Jamaica and our people firm and strong. Stand up, labor rights. Stand up for justice. Stand up for truth. Labor rights are proud of their party.
In the name of Jesus, in the name of Jesus, we shall have a victory. In the name of Jesus, in the name of Jesus, we shall have a victory. Jamaica, nobody fuss, no, nobody fight. We did a fi be a labor right. No shaky boat because a woman we like. We did a fi be a labor right. The river come down green, it's so pretty and bright. We did a fi be a labor right. The way me love shower in a green, me baptized. We did a fi be a labor right. Right now me nah worry about visa, cause we have one of the greatest leader. Me nah run way, go a foreign like Triple X and go Teef, grab a leg out a freezer. Bout ya fit on green like Tracina. I will say no waste freeze for the teachers. We have the prettiest women like Anne-Marie Vaz and sexy Venetia. In the name of Jesus, in the name of Jesus, we shall have a victory. In the name of Jesus, in the name of Jesus, we shall have a victory. Urban Center, Kitchino, St. James Parameter. Our doctors did have to use garbage bag. Yo, does you go like you no member? Now blessings that flow like river. Every bad prayer return to sender. Dr. Cole and Blair teach drop out from when PNP never buy them no denture. In the name of Jesus, in the name of Jesus, we shall have a victory. In the name of Jesus, in the name of Jesus, we shall have a victory.
Evening, Liberates, and good evening to all other comebacks watching this channel. Welcome to another episode of Political Hard Talk. I am your host, none other than the greatest Laborite alive. Good evening, my people. Good evening. Now, before we get into the shout-outs this evening, my people, I got a few updates for us. We are really going to talk about a project that the Jamaica government have going on as it relates to water and giving water. The Prime Minister had promised in the last election that he's going to give 1 million Jamaicans water. So over the years, Matthew Samuda have been turning on water in a lot of places. Now the government has a major project going on in Jamaica, so I want to come and talk to you guys about that tonight. So big information night, and we need to share the live, my people, so persons can hear this. This is very important. We're going to want to hear this. But before we get into the minor updates, I was told today that Kamala Ratnamango, she is a part, well, it is alleged that she's a part of a clothes stealing ring that was busted by the police in July of this year, my people. See? And from the information I got is that, you know, she was to turn up to court in recent days, and she is scared to do so because, or she was scared to do so because she's scared that they're going to hold on to her as it relates to ICE. So she did not appear for her court case, and it is alleged, my people, so there's no concrete. This is just what I heard from somebody in America, and the police took her into custody and charged her. So now she have additional charges for not appearing You know, so let's roll out the evening shout outs and let's get into some of the updates. See? So good evening to my beautiful wife. Good evening, baby. Keishan, big up yourself. Craig, big up yourself. Oops, big up yourself. Clive, big up yourself. Beverly, big up yourself. The Allen family, big up. Hope Taylor, big up. Hey Jarrett, big up yourself. Sonia, big up yourself. Sonia. PB, big up yourself. Marcia, big up yourself. Mama Winsome, good evening. Dorothy, big up yourself. Dwight, big up. Verona. Beverly Clark. Larry, big up yourself. Bertie, big up yourself. Winford, big up yourself. Simone. Diana. Winsome Radcliffe, big up yourself. Corinne, big up yourself. Tanya, big up. Rosalie, big up. Caitlin, big up. Clifton, sorry, big up yourself. Hanif, big up yourself. Ellen Mackenzie, big up. Balti, big up yourself. Everton, big up. Delroy Foot, big up yourself. Mara, big up yourself. Marcia Dixon, Janet Green, Paulette, big up yourself. Amai, big up yourself. Amai Howard, big up yourself. Clunis, that's how you pronounce it. Big up yourself. Lance, big up yourself. UN, a good while now, I don't see a UN. What you did there? Big up yourself. See, good evening, everybody. There's 168 of us thus far. See if you can get me to 100 thumbs up, please. And please subscribe if you have not yet subscribed. Now, we're going to talk some more about Kamala and her thieving ways. But let's get into the updates. You didn't in the hospital, my boss. Sorry for hear that, man. How you do? Hope you're alright, my boss. Hope you're alright. See? So let's get into the updates, my people. Alright, so the first one is of Mr. Vegas. See? Mr. Vegas boss a new tune, so we're gonna make it play liquor and then we're going to get to the update. So listen to this, my people.
One by one, you're going to jail. One by one, little bit of blood. One by one, you're going to jail. One by one, little bit of blood. One by one, you're going to jail. One by one, little bit of blood. One by one, you're going to jail. One by one, little bit of blood.
Hey, my people, you know, gimmicks aside. So I want to give some update. Big up yourself in a direct. I want to give some update. Diana Eckerston, big up yourself as well. I want to give some update as it relates to the Chai Bridge. So listen to this, my people.
So I am here on the border of Manchester and Trelawney. As you can see behind me, the Troy Bridge is now 85% complete. We still have some work left to be done, but we're going to be finished by December. So the people of Troy, Trelawney, and Manchester will have a wonderful bridge and a brand new roadway to cross between both parishes.
So
for generate
that was the minister with responsibility for road and works, Robert Nesta Morgan, and the Chai Bridge, you know, that has been out for a couple of years now. The government is promising that it will be done for this Christmas. So that is the people in Chai getting a new bridge as a Christmas present, my people. So I wanted to give that update. Also, I saw some persons demonstrating in Helsha today, saying that they were promised, you know, homes. They actually put down their deposits and the homes have not yet been delivered. So the Prime Minister called an emergency meeting with the stakeholders, and I want to give you guys that update as well. So anybody that paid for one of those homes in Helsha and is still waiting on that home, the Prime Minister had called an emergency meeting today, and I want to give you guys that update. See?
I've just concluded a very useful meeting with the team from the Ministry of Housing, led by Permanent Secretary Arlene Williams, and the HAJ with Doreen Prendergast, the Managing Director, and Chairman Norman Brown. We discussed the joint venture project between the HAJ and Right Solutions Limited for the development of the Helsha View housing development. We have taken careful note, and indeed we are very sympathetic to the concerns raised by depositors in this housing scheme. However, as I have been briefed, there are some complicating issues in the project itself, which in significant delays, particularly due to issues in financing. Coming out of the brief that I've received and the discussions, I believe we have identified some options and a way forward, and we will seek to have other meetings with the stakeholders. And I'll ask Doreen to just tell us what the path is like for.
Thank you, Mr. Prime Minister. Yes, so come tomorrow, the 9th of October, we will be meeting again, this time with the joint venture partners, Rice Solution Development Limited. And we'll seek to speak to some of the options that we have contemplated by putting those on the table for their consideration. We are also looking to bring together some representatives of the depositors sometime next week to discuss the whole issue and to put some proposals on the table for them as well.
Thank you, Doreen. But just to say that we are very much sensitive to the concerns of the depositors and the issues that they have raised, and we're going to do everything in our powers to bring a resolution to this matter and to ensure that there is a solution that is favorable to the developers and the depositors, and of course to the people of Jamaica represented in this matter by the Housing Agency of Jamaica.
So the Prime Minister is getting the HAJ directly involved in a private venture just to rectify the housing problem with those persons. And if that is not a good and caring Prime Minister, I don't know what is, because under PJ time, PJ would have just no business. He would have said it's a private venture, make them sort it out. Now the Prime Minister saw that there was an issue. Prime Minister called in the stakeholders, called the emergency meeting, and they're taking action as it relates to that, my people. So that is a good Prime Minister. John, did you see the interview that I sent you with the girl on TVJ about the beach? No, me coming from work not too long, and me not even turn on the phone. Melody. So, you know, when me turn on it, me see, I will talk about it probably a morning. Good evening to my beautiful mother-in-law. See? And New Yard City, big up yourself. And Marie Poyle, big up yourself. Now, let's get into the meat of the matter, my people. Jamaica has a major infrastructure program going on. It has already started, but I want to give you guys the specifics of it. So, we're going to listen to our resident AI as it tells you what is happening, my people. So listen keenly.
For generations, Jamaica has been a paradox, an island famous for its lush green mountains and vibrant flowing rivers. It's a jewel of the Caribbean, a place synonymous with abundance. And yet, for millions of its people, the simple act of turning on a tap has always been a gamble. A daily question of if water will...
So, a tap, for all who don't know, any PNP that is in here that don't know what a tap is the equivalent of a pipe cock. See? So, if you don't know what a tap is a pipe cock, my people. Anyway, let's go.
Flow, not when. This is a story of scarcity in a land of plenty. A crisis born from a tough combination of geography, aging infrastructure, and the relentless pressure of a changing climate. But what if you could defy that geography? What if you could redraw the map of water itself, carving new rivers of steel right through the island's formidable mountain ranges? This is the story of that what if. Jamaica is betting hundreds of millions of dollars on a series of audacious pipeline projects. These aren't just repairs or simple upgrades. We're talking about a radical overhaul of the nation's entire circulatory system. It's a high-stakes engineering designed to finally conquer a generations-old crisis. So this isn't just a story about infrastructure.
So all the man them will love turn on pipe cock and suck off the pipe cock. We don't need to stop that. Yeah, so man love put their hand on the pipe cock, so we don't need to stop it. See? Use a cup.
It's about a nation's fight for its future, and how that fight isn't just delivering water, but also redrawing the island's very map of power, wealth, and opportunity forever. To get just how ambitious this is, you first have to understand the sheer depth of the problem. The island's water crisis is a complex beast, part geography, part history, and part brutal economics. First, you've got the geographical paradox. Jamaica's mountainous interior is a magnificent rain magnet. It catches the clouds, triggering rainfall that feeds its famous rivers. But those same mountains make it incredibly difficult and expensive to get that water from where it falls to where it's needed most, in the crowded cities, the booming tourist resorts, and remote farming communities. For decades, the water has been tantalizingly close, yet logistically, worlds away. Then, there's the ghost of the past, the island's aging infrastructure. Much of the water network is a relic of another era, a sprawling web of pipes that have been decaying for decades. The result is a problem the industry calls non-revenue water. It's a clean term for a catastrophic problem. Historically, at its worst, figures suggest that as much as 71% of the water pumped into the system was lost before it ever reached a paying customer. Think about that. For every 10 gallons of precious treated water leaving a facility, 7 would just vanish, leaking out through cracked pipes and bleeding into the ground unseen. That's a level of inefficiency that would bankrupt any modern utility. For Jamaica, it meant that even when water was available at the source, a huge chunk of it never finished the journey. This 1-2 punch of geography and decay created a perfect storm, one that hit hardest during the increasingly frequent and severe droughts. The droughts of 2022 and 2023 were a brutal wake-up call. Reservoirs dipped to dangerously low levels, and the water supply to the Kingston and St. Andrew area was short by millions of gallons a day. For ordinary Jamaicans, this wasn't some abstract statistic. It was the reality of water lock-offs, of storing water in drums and buckets, of businesses cutting back hours, and of the constant uncertainty that hangs over a community when you can't count on a resource as basic as water. The social and economic costs have been immense. Unreliable water stifles development, increases health risks, and creates a fundamental inequality between those who can afford private water tanks and those who can't. It's a crisis that has held the entire nation back. It became crystal clear that small-scale fixes and patchwork repairs were like putting a Band-Aid on a broken leg. A problem this big required a solution just as big. Recognizing this, the Jamaican government, through its National Water Commission, NWC, and other agencies, launched one of the most significant infrastructure pushes in the nation's history. This wasn't just about plugging leaks. It was a fundamental reset, a multi-billion-dollar campaign to re-engineer Jamaica's water future.
I believe it is going to cost us some $24 billion, my people. See? We'll continue to listen.
The NWC planning to invest over $10 billion in capital expenditure for the 2025-26 fiscal year alone. So how do you solve a problem that's been generations in the making? Not with small gestures. You do it with a revolution forged in steel, concrete, and sheer political will. Jamaica's answer is a suite of interconnected mega projects, each a massive undertaking designed to work together as a new high-performance national water grid. Let's start on the island's vibrant north coast, the engine of its tourism economy. Here, in the parish of St. Anne, a critical victory has already been won. The Drax Hall to Landovery pipeline project shows exactly what this new era of investment can do. For years, the rapid growth in hotels and homes between Priory and St. Anne's Bay was putting an unbearable strain on an old, outdated system. The solution was as direct as it was effective, a $370 million project to lay about 7.6 kilometers of new, high-capacity pipeline. Commissioned in August of 2025, this project is now pumping an extra 2 million gallons of water per day into the network. That's not just a number. That's the lifeblood for new developments, security for existing resorts, and the promise of a reliable tap for thousands of residents. As Water Minister Matthew Samuda said, water is foundational to growth. This project is that philosophy in action, a targeted, powerful fix that immediately unlocked more potential in one of Jamaica's most vital economic corridors. From the north coast, we head east to the lush parish of Portland, where another transformation is unfolding right now. For over 6,000 residents in communities from Orange Bay to Black Hill, the water supply has long been at the mercy of the weather. The answer is the Crystal Spring and Orange Bay Water Supply System, a $658 million initiative that represents a smarter way of thinking about water security. This project isn't just about laying pipes. It's about securing a new, tougher water source that can withstand drought conditions. It's being rolled out in two strategic phases. Phase 1, costing $157 million, involves building the core infrastructure, a new water intake, powerful pumps, and a massive 150,000-gallon steel storage tank. This phased approach delivers benefits as quickly as possible, while the rest of the network...
Me see, I'm here, Janet, but if you really look into the nitty-gritty of things, you know, everybody end up at left Westmoreland. See, Dream Weekend gone left Westmoreland, you know, and that one of Westmoreland biggest event, yearly event. Dream Weekend move gone to Montego Bay. And there's another thing move today we call Rumfest. Rumfest move gone today as well because the Westmoreland Municipal Corporation is not developing Westmoreland. So everybody a move out. See? So make she talk anything what she want to talk. Say Ian Hills not gonna do a goddamn thing. Ian Hills never do nothing in a Western Hanover. What am I gonna do in a Westmoreland? You know, she say mad people there. Anyway, we continue to listen.
is built out. Phase 2 will follow with another $300 million, adding more relift stations and a second 100,000-gallon tank to expand the system's reach. With construction slated to begin before the end of 2025, it's clear they're moving with urgency. When it's all done, this system will finally give the residents of Portland the modern, reliable water system they've long deserved. Now we travel south towards the capital, Kingston, and into the parish of St. Andrew. Here, the challenge isn't just distance, it's elevation. For communities nestled in the hills around Red Hills, gravity has always been the enemy. Getting water up there takes immense energy and specialized infrastructure. Infrastructure that just wasn't up to the task. This is where the Ferry to Rock Pond pipeline project comes in. At a cost of around $1 billion, this is one of the most ambitious and technically demanding projects in the entire program. After breaking ground in May 2025, work started on installing over 7,200 meters of heavy-duty pipeline. But the pipes are only part of the story. To defy the terrain, the project needs 2 powerful relift stations and 2 new 50,000-gallon storage tanks, essentially creating a staircase for water to climb into the hills. This project perfectly captures the economic shift happening in Jamaica. At the groundbreaking, Prime Minister Andrew Holness noted that projects like this have been on the books for decades, but the country simply couldn't afford them. The fact that this billion-dollar project is now a reality is a powerful signal of Jamaica's improved economy and a renewed political commitment to solving...
Any PNP that on the live, we just hear that? Wanna hear that PNP? This is testimony to a booming economy, a growing economy. Now we can do with project them what we have to do because we are grow. So don't listen to PNP when they tell them say no I go to Jamaica and the economy not grow all kind of sitting. I choose their workplace and won't go look work because them believe so them if sit down and people forgive them. Man I go bung them and plug some of them.
The toughest challenges. For the 26,000 residents who have put up with decades of water woes, the sound of construction is the sound of a promise finally being kept. And while these individual projects are impressive, the real genius is how it all connects. This is best seen in the SPARK program. SPARK, which stands for Shared Prosperity Through Accelerated Improvement to Our Road Network, is a colossal $.
Remember me telling you say SPARK was not only a road program. And remember the live there? When me telling you say SPARK is not only a road program and they're putting culverts in the road and tunnels and all of these things. They're also adding water in the SPARK roads as well, my people. So we continue to listen.
$45 billion national infrastructure initiative. While its main focus is upgrading over 2,000 roads, it includes a brilliant $5 billion component for water infrastructure. The philosophy is simple but revolutionary. As crews dig up roads to resurface them, they will simultaneously lay down new water pipelines. This integrated approach, which Prime Minister Holness called a smart program,
I'm not sure what I'm say about the somewhere near a beach. I don't know. Maybe the movie go to the new park. I don't know if over there so big enough for see. But I don't know. You know, but He gone and Mobile. He moved gone and Mobile.
solves two problems at once. It dramatically reduces the cost and disruption of replacing water mains, and it means newly paved roads won't have to be torn up again in a few years to fix a leak. It's a move away from the siloed patchwork approach of the past towards a systematic island-wide overhaul. These massive projects are about more than just concrete and steel. They're fundamentally reshaping Jamaica's social and economic landscape. These new pipelines aren't just conduits for water, they are conduits for change. First, let's talk about the economic ripple effect. For decades, the growth of Jamaica's biggest moneymaker, tourism, has been held back by water availability. The new pipeline on the North Coast is a direct shot of confidence for investors. It signals that the region can now support more hotels, attractions, and homes, creating a chain reaction of jobs and sustained growth. In the same way, the work in
You see everything the government touch. You know see what is behind it? Job creation is behind everything that the government does. See? So we have a functioning government, a government that is looking after the interests of Jamaica, my people. And that is what we needed all these years. And we finally get it. And thank God we never farm fool this a time. I like it all idiot them. We vote for PNP in 89. Them big and dunce. All of them will do it. Anyway, we continue to listen.
Portland is set to boost both its tourism appeal and its agricultural sector, especially with the new pipeline running right next to the Spring Gardens Agro Park. When water is reliable, businesses can expand, new industries can take root, and the country's whole economic engine can run a lot hotter. But maybe the most profound impact is on social equity. This wave of investment is a direct assault on the water lottery that has defined life for so many Jamaicans. In communities that have traditionally relied on catching rainwater, the promise of a piped water system is life-altering. It means kids no longer have to miss school to fetch water. It means a reduction in waterborne illnesses. It means the daily, time-consuming struggle for a basic necessity is replaced by the simple, dignified act of turning on a faucet. This is a move towards a more just society, where your access to a fundamental resource isn't determined by your zip code. This undertaking is also redrawing Jamaica's political map. In any country, delivering essential resources is a source of immense power. By spearheading this transformation, the government is making a clear statement about its priorities. The successful completion of these projects becomes a visible, undeniable symbol of progress. As Minister Matthew Samuda boldly stated, the goal is to achieve water resilience for Kingston, St. Andrew, Portmore, and Spanish Town for 2027. Setting a hard target like that turns these projects into a political promise.
Boy, this thing I release 9 hours ago. This thing I release. What may I play? And Westmoreland 9 I hit. Westmoreland was in it before. Westmoreland 9 I hit. Now it look like Westmoreland did vote out themselves out of progress, my people. But they don't forget nothing. They're too corrupt. Anyway, we listen.
And delivering on it can shape public opinion for years. Finally, all of this is happening against the backdrop of climate change. Jamaica is on the front lines, facing more intense hurricanes and longer, more punishing droughts. These pipeline projects are, in essence, a national defense strategy. By creating a robust, interconnected water grid, Jamaica is future-proofing its society and economy. This is also being enhanced by smart technology. To fight the high electricity costs of pumping water uphill, the NWC is turning to renewable energy, installing solar systems at key pumping stations. This isn't just about moving water, it's about building a smarter, more resilient nation ready for the 21st century. Just when you think the scale of this transformation couldn't get any bigger, it does. While projects in the central and eastern parts of the island are moving full steam ahead, Jamaica is already launching the next, even more ambitious chapter. In July 2025, the government broke ground on the Western Resilience Water Project. This is a true mega project by any definition. It's a staggering initiative with an overall budget of roughly $67, $5 billion, and the first phase alone costs $28 billion, or about 176 million US dollars. The goal? To completely overhaul the water system in the critical northwestern parishes, Trelawney, St. James, Hanover, and Westmoreland, the heart of Jamaica's other major tourism corridor. This project involves laying massive new transmission pipelines and expanding or building entirely new water treatment plants. It's been declared a national strategic project aimed at providing the water security needed to fuel the next wave of development in the West. It's a clear signal that the revolution that began in St. Anne and St. Andrew is now going fully national. This isn't just a series of isolated fixes. It's a comprehensive coast-to-coast strategy to make sure no part of the island is left behind. What we're witnessing in Jamaica in 2025 is nothing short of a national reimagining. The great paradox, an island of water where taps run dry, is being systematically dismantled, pipe by pipe, pump by pump. This is more.
The whole I was smell like then start fret a while ago, you know. I said, I don't get the water. Ian Hills can't say him do it, cause a long time we have talked about it. Me have several videos for us about it. So Ian Hills can't come tell no lies say him. But we know when we tell lies say him, cause him very lie. You know?
More than the largest investment in water infrastructure in the nation's history. It's a declaration of intent. It's the story of a country taking control of its own destiny, defying its geography, and making a generational bet on itself. These arteries of steel are pumping more than just water. They're pumping life into dormant economies, opportunity into underserved communities, and a newfound resilience into the heart of the nation. Jamaica isn't just building pipelines. It's building a new future, one where the flow of water, wealth, and power can finally reach every corner of the island. These are just some of the mega projects reshaping Jamaica today. From water and roads to airports and new cities, the island is undergoing a massive transformation. Which one of these pipeline projects do you think will have the biggest impact? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And for more in-depth stories on the...
So, it is my job to bring these kind of things to informational stuff. And I hope you guys are sharing it to let other Jamaicans know, because everybody know Jamaicans don't like to read. They don't, because they don't like to read, they not search for these things to find where they are, you know. But the government of Jamaica is making great strides in moving our lives forward and to build Jamaica into a first world nation. See, there's also a mega project coming in Negril. Now there's a major project to go on in Liquorland and in Westmoreland. See, that is a national project, so the government has jurisdiction there. There's another major project coming in Negril itself. Pardon, we'll be talking about that probably in the next 2 weeks or so as well. I will bring that for you guys. See, and that is also a national project, so the government has responsibility for that as well. Great things are happening in Jamaica, and I enjoy searching and finding these information and bringing it to the fore so that you guys can hear and tell on a friend to tell on a friend. See, big up yourself, you know, Shinehead, for becoming a super fan. See, big up yourself. Dennis, big up yourself as well. You miss out the whole of the audio, but you can watch over back live later and listen. So Jamaica is spending billions of dollars, my people, in fixing, overhauling the water system in Jamaica. You know, a lot of the water pipes that we are using today, they have been there since the British. You know, they have been there, some of them have been there since 18 something even. You know, and big up yourself, you know, Gauntlet. And it is time now for us to replace them. And this government is setting out to do so. I remember probably about 3-4 years ago, Andrew Holness brought water to Port Royal. See? Andrew Holness had changed the mains and put in some big ones so Port Royal could get water and certain places in Kingston. You know, the PNP had all of this to do and failed to do it because, one, they are tribal, so PNP will look at it not as a national project, but look how it will benefit them politically and if it will benefit their people only. You know, today I was driving and listening to Father Rusty, and I heard one name, Mark. We don't want to hear Mark a carry on and a go on saying I get no money for blog for PNP, and nobody not tell him thanks and all of these things. I have hosted countless MPs on my program on TikTok. I have, you know, had lots of sleepless night and sleepless morning fighting for the very soul of my nation. This is not about money for me, you know. This is about me being patriotic and performing my civic duty. You know, a better Jamaica means a better Jamaica for my tomorrow, for my children's tomorrow, for the people that I love tomorrow. See, we cannot fix it overnight, but the greatest thing is it is being fixed, it is getting fixed. See, so me coming and doing all of this, I enjoy doing it. It is my pleasure to do it. I want my government to succeed. I want my country to succeed. And, you know, me not gonna succeed though. See? But, you know, we want to see our country progress and move to its full potential and where it should have gone all of these years. You know, and Jamaica is getting better. We still have a problem with crime. In the last 2 days, there have been about 15 murders. No? So it look like him and then decides that Christmas will come and they want to drive up the crime rate because the crime rate too low. So it look like at that time I decided say they don't want the government to come in under 1,000 murders, so they might try to drive up it. But the government has called several states, several curfews. I believe they need to move back to states of emergencies and zozos, even though the PNP took us to court and the court said it is unconstitutional. It is unconstitutional. Yes, if my government is willing to break the law like that, I will back them, because my right to life, I believe, is greater than a criminal's right to life. See? And if it is a state of emergency that is going to come in and make me uncomfortable because they have to stop me and search me, I will take that option. See? I will rather that than they are not there and people are antagonizing and people are dying. You know? It is better they are there and stopping people and asking for IDs. Big up yourself, you know, lifestyle politics. See? So if my government is willing to break the law like that, I am willing to oblige them. See? The government must deploy the full brunt of the army and the police. We have gotten up the police numbers to just under 15,000. I believe we need 20 or 22,000 to secure Jamaica. That means we'll have enough police to police all of our towns and cities. See? Enough. See? And I believe that will drive down the crime rate even more. Right? So, deploy the military, my Prime Minister. Deploy the rest of police them. All of who just left training, send them out in I field. Make them go get some experience. And let us keep the crime rate going down. We cannot allow it to go back, because I believe that this is the work of the PNP. That is my belief. That it is the work of the PNP. And if you don't notice, every time when it comes down to the end of the year, mass shootings, all kind of something happen because they are trying to drive up the murder rate. You know, just last week, you know, we are in the second week of October already. And when I last checked about 3 days ago, we only had 511 murders. So add 15 on that now. See? So we have to try and drive. We just have 2 more months left in our year. And if in that 2 months we can keep it contained, we can come just over 600 murders for the year. For the first time in my lifetime. You know, and in many lifetime. You know. Yeah, let's get back to our Rotten Mango here. So I decided to go and check her out, and I realized that she is married. I never knew that before. I realized that she have grown kids. Or maybe her stepkids. They look like her, a fair picking of them. See? Now, how do you, as a mother, face your children after you went out and thief and then catch you and lock you up? Eh? How do you face your children? Big, adult, almost adult children. You know, and how you, as a married woman, go out and thief and they lock you up. How your husband go feel now? Eh? If I did me for your husband, me divorce him, you know? Because I can't manage them that kind of shame. If I be a your husband, me divorce, I can't manage them kind of shame. Eh? If she is there holding down a job and she has her social media account, which is all monetized, by the way, and if she has a working husband, you know, when they go out and they blame Andrew Holness and they try to tell lies on him and say that he's stealing, all the while she was behaving like she is self-righteous and going out and stealing. What an absolute disgrace. Eh? What a dirty junker. I know she and the husband together. You would have divorced, of course. We can't take them no shame there. We can't fashion noodles a dog shit labor. And I say you spell it. Fashion. You know, but I realize even today I post it on my Facebook and it get a whole heap of views already, my people. I believe it is at like 15,000 views right now. So I post the little clip highlight from the live this morning on Facebook, and it is making the rounds on Facebook. And you know, several persons have attacked me for this criminal, you know, but I know that that is how the PNP operate, and the PNP hug up criminality, and it is no surprise that they would hug her up because all of them are a set of criminal, you know. I've been listening to you for the past 6 months, and now I just decided to be a member. I like what you say and I like your style. All the dirty PNP them. Alright, big up yourself, Shinehead. See, you know, and big up for the support, you know. And big up everybody that has been here. You know, people have been here since the channel was called WD TV. And when I changed the name to DUJON'S World, you know, more people came on board. And, you know, I am grateful for all of the love and support. We continue to grow. We are not growing as rapid as before, but we are still growing nonetheless. So I am grateful, you know. And if you are listening to me and you can subscribe, please do. If you subscribe already, thank you. If you can share it to a friend and tell a friend to subscribe, that would be wonderful. We are trying to grow. We are trying to reach a lot more people. I actually try to keep my program to a standard where, you know, sometimes I get out my people. No, this is political hard talk and we are adults. You know, sometimes we have to cuss to cloth and thing and behave boisterous. But for the most part, the program is about, you know, something actual and factual, disseminating actual and factual information, not no propaganda. Things that is happening, things that you can see with your eyes that is happening in Jamaica, you know. And I pride myself in being one of the bloggers that you can get proper information from. I don't believe that there's any bloggers that actually does what I do, you know, right now on YouTube. I don't think so. But, you know, there are persons who give factual, actual information as well. People like Natalie Stark, Michelle Stern, Karen Cross, Father Steady, you know, and they're similar to what I do, but my style is a little bit different, you know. And you know, kudos to them for continuing to do good work as it relates to the governance and highlighting the governance of Jamaica, you know. And that is what we want to see. Jamaica is not all bad. There are persons who try to maim our image. People like Ratnamango, people like Triple X, people like Rattigan and Wayne Lonesome, people like Mark, the PNP, people like Bujo Bantan, people like Shaggy, people like Chronic Lamb, Popcorn and the lot. All of them, they try to paint a doomy picture of Jamaica. And those persons, a lot of them are rich. They don't have to stay in Jamaica and they're regular and jets going abroad. They don't suffer like the regular Jamaicans. And they do not want people like Tanya Stevens and Frozy, Lux, Africa. From Tony Rubber left her. I mean, say Tony Rubber have one hot piece of macatic, I mean, say from Africa, here say Tony Rubber give her next woman a piece of macatic. And she now get the joke out of it again. Queen Africa start mad out. That's what they tell me, my people. My Bobby they did it. That's what they tell me. But anyway, we the people want to see our country blossom. They seems to have some kind of agenda otherwise. They keep saying that poor people is not benefiting. Who is benefiting from these water? Rich people set up water tank, have 6-10 water tank pan a house top, and then ain't no water problem. Even when water gone there, water. See? These electricity issues, rich people have Delco plant in their yard when current gone in turn and them plant and then good. Then have them the issue there. See? Hospital bill, clinic bill, poor people are benefit. Rich people now have to use for the hospital them. They have their money. When they ready, they go to Miami, they go to New York, they go to Canada, they go to England. See? They can go where they want to go and do their healthcare and come back. See? So it is the poor people that it is benefiting. Those free homes that Andrew and Desmond Mackenzie is giving away. It is the poor that is benefiting. No rich people don't want them there. They have for them big old mansion with them bill already. See? And rich people are use solar. Yes, true. Also, we got some good news today that I forgot to mention. I am going to bring you guys a video or a recording of that as well. Jamaica has now moved to using more renewables for energy than coal and diesel powered now. So I saw the article today that Jamaica has now moved over to using more renewable energy than coal and diesel now. See? So soon you guys will stop having power outages in Jamaica, certain places. See? And as the grid get wider and wider and they build out the infrastructure, no way in Jamaica now have current losses ever again. See? And it creates cleaner air as well. Yes, a Jai German. People like the people that live in Baktu and the ghetto and them place there. The government needs to go in there now and take down all I wire them and ask them to go on the prepaid meters. Government can give them a subsidy so they can get some credit. If I even want like $5,000 for a month, and when that $5,000 done, them have to find money and top up it back themselves. They want to live too free all the while. So all I look to get to them in Jamaica, the government need to go in there, take down the wire them, and regularize them, put up proper wires, regularize them, give them little credit, and big up Puerto Rican, Jamaican, and allow them to top up their light and just join regular Jamaicans, because we have to pay for them bill when them not pay it. But people tired my people. But we're not ready to go yet, but we're tired. Anyway, I'm gonna hear something. Big up Sharon Forbes. Michael, big up yourself. So now listen to this, my people.
One by one, you're going to jail. One by one, little bit of blood. One by one, you're going to jail. One by one, little bit of blood. One by one, you're going to jail. One by one, little bit of blood. One by one, you're going to jail. One by one, little bit of blood.
Well, people, I don't know. Can anybody explain to me? Can anybody on this live explain to me why is it that the PNP and their surrogates is so unscrupulous and Teef. Eh? Somebody tell me. They are one ugly one. If you want rammy goat, we then call Hatabal. Eh? When the police caught Hatabal stole the people them 3 goat and 1 hog. You imagine. You have your goat them a raise and you want and you hog. And Hatabal take whatever time he take. And come in your yard. Come thief your 3 goat and you want hog a girl up where with it. And when they catch Hatabal, I was the one to break the news with people. Hatabal then cuss me. Ratnaman go cuss me. Cole then cuss me. Whole of them cuss me. See? Cause Hatabal thief people them goat and have one in a front seat. Wine up on a glass. When police stop him, police then say, they find one I goat them in a wig. See? Wig and eyeglass. Hatabal a disguise the goat. Make a goat sit down on the seat. And put on wig and eyeglass on the goat. I try to disguise the goat. Eh? And then Hatabal, depend media. I cuss my prime minister. I said my prime minister a thief. And prime minister have 28 bank account. Hatabal depend media. I cuss my prime minister. I said my prime minister have yes, it was in St. Catherine. So my prime minister have 28 bank account and prime minister a thief. I Hatabal thief people them 3 goat and 1 hog. My paper. See? And then lock him up feet and charge him. To pray their last name. Eh? Triple X though, I pass my life all morning and hear me a read and a book. See? And he was to comment that me can't read. And since then, me and him has been at war. See? Because you pass and hear me a read something. You think come for my life, you know. And he understand when I read because I hit him come for discuss when I read. But he must say, me can't read. So when I asked him, let me see if I find the clip my paper. When I asked him, you know, why is it that he went to America and stole the people them 3 king crab leg? You know, he could barely but tell me an actual factual story as to why he stole the people them 3 king crab leg. Eh? Big and careless and workless like a dog. And then pass my life at that, but me can't read. Me can't read, but me am a thief. Or that can't read and be a thief. Which one I prefer? Eh? Eh? Which one I prefer, my paper? I can't even find it. Look, I'm delete my paper. I make another soup and see if I see it. Anyway, I can't find it, but I gonna play another clip and I find it. I'm not gonna like this. So don't listen to this.
No man who couldn't advise himself to do the right thing cannot advise me to do nothing. Now, your mind tell you, say, to go in a Walmart and your mind tell you, say, you're licky and you can't control your belly. And your mind tell your brain, or your brain tell your mind, say if a thief a pack of crab legs out of Walmart. Remember, you know, your dilapidated mind, because you like use big words. Because I don't know if that make you feel like you have the first audacity to correct me. Your dilapidated brain set to your stupid licky mind, to your wanga gut belly, to your little nyambal's lip, say for teeth, a pack of crab legs. Now, from me there Jamaica till me there foreign, I've never been accused of theft. Not a petty theft, not major theft, not robbery, none of that. You fly come all the way America. Buy plane ticket, fly on plane, land in America, if you go in a Walmart with your licky, nyammy, big shit belly stinking self, got teeth, a pack of crab legs. And you want to chat to me? Big shit, pampas belly transformer boy. Me will take advice from people and stand to be corrected, but not from no imbecile we embarrass Jamaica. We come a foreign, come thief crab legs and disgrace the country. How hungry can you be to thief a pack of crab legs?
Yeah.
You better the thief a Oreo, you know. You better the thief a Oreo and a ensure. Me could have say hungry. If you're the thief a Oreo and a ensure, because you have sick, so you can't drink ensure. Bad people don't drink ensure. How disgraceful is that? You can't give me enough farmer advice? Me see a class people all the while and I talk up and I use some word where you learn in a two dictionary. And you couldn't advise yourself. When your belly growl and goes and your belly said to your brain, I am hungry, teeth crab legs. You could have used back some of them big words there and advise your big thinking shit belly self. Say, I while and I talk up and I use some word where you learn in a two dictionary. And you couldn't advise yourself. When your belly growl and goes and your belly said to your brain, I am hungry, teeth crab legs. You could have used back some of them big words there and advise your big thinking shit belly self. Say, I am not going to thief crab legs. So you couldn't advise yourself. But you want to advise me?
Well, he can't advise me either. He can't advise me either. The boss I pass my life and hear me a cuss. I say, hear me I read something. I was actually reading something about the Labour Party the morning. I remember clearly. And the man was to comment in my comment section saying that me can't read. You know, so me end up having to light him up my paper. You know? Now, when I listen to this, my people.
Time you know say PNP and Teef, you see it, you know, they want hardball. See me people, for Teef, I go and go to Newport, Manchester. Right now, they are Mandeville lock up. Hardball, they are Mandeville lock up right now. Yeah.
If you never see a hardball for you want to go to my people. Yo, me say, in PNP them, I want to set a criminal my people. I don't know why they so thief. Me don't understand my people. God no. it is an epidemic within the PNP. Why all the PNP them are thief from head to bottom. See? All of them are criminal. They thief so till. And me don't understand why. It's a simple thing to get one work, you know. Eh? A simple thing to get one work, so you not have to shame when people hold your teeth. And Triple X look like him now no shame. Me don't rotten man go have no shame. Me know hardball definitely not no shame. Eh? Absolute disgrace, my people. Absolute disgrace how you can behave like this. Me da look for a video where when me interview him, because me interview him, you know. Me interview him, you know, me go get the phone in the morning and show you. Know. Me interview him and ask him why did he thief the crab legs? You know. And he said I did not go to foreign to thief the crab legs, sir, but you know, one bag of foolishness. But me I get the food tomorrow morning. See it? Anyway, the people. Jamaica is in a really good way. And we continue to come and dole out the information to persons. It is incumbent upon all of us as labor rights to share the information. So please share it. You know, our government is doing well. In the last election, our government should have done better than what they did. There are persons in Jamaica who are biased. They have lived through a lot of the chaos that happened in Jamaica under the PNP. And the PNP was the authors of that chaos. They created it. You know, they are the ones who crashed the economy in the 70s that we did not recover from until 2023. We did not recover from the 80s, from the 70s, sorry, until 2023. See? They came again and they crashed the economy even worse in the 90s. This debt now that we are paying, that we are down to 60%, that is what we are paying now for what happened in the 90s. See? So if we are at 62%, the PNP had wiped off 40% of our GDP back in that time. So we are just literally just even to where we were in 1989. That is where Jamaica is today. So we are back at 1989 levels. See? So we have to continue to build upon that. And thank God that the Jamaican people never found fool this time and remove this government, because it is clear to see that yes, Triple X is a woman beater and a thief. He's a thief of jazz, you know, panty. In thief them too. So Mr. Vegas say. You know, Sharice, when you come go tell me that, let's be a bit serious and I talk to you people them. Eh? Anyway, my people, back to serious business. We are back to 1989 levels in Jamaica. And we can only go up from here. Had we been foolish, Savage, big up yourself. Had we been foolish and re-elect the PNP, that would have spelled disaster for Jamaica. It would not only cost capital flight, but it would have cost flight of our brains. See, because what is happening now, persons are actually moving back into Jamaica. You know, people are actually moving into Jamaica from the diaspora, and foreigners is actually funny enough, you know. When you know, so the person that owns Walmart, the people, the family that owns Walmart, they now live in Montego Bay, you know. They have migrated to Jamaica, the family that owns Walmart. So I believe the government should call a press conference and make Triplets apologize to them, make Triplex apologize to them in Jamaica. The Teef, the people then crab like, see? Anyway, you know, big up yourself, Warrell. A lot of persons are moving into the space, especially the Canadians. I have noticed that a strong contingent of Canadians, they are selling their homes. I'm talking about white Canadians. They are selling their homes and they're moving to Jamaica, especially between Chilani and Ocherias. See, or Rios. They are moving into that space, especially the Canadians. Right? So Jamaica is looking up, and that will happen even more once the crime problem is fixed, and it can be fixed. I've always believed that it can be fixed, and the PNP just never want to fix it because they are lenient on criminals. They themselves are criminals, so they choose to be lenient on criminals just in case they get caught in the trap or in the net. The system can be lenient on them. I was also told today that Jail and Silvera, and this I got from a good source. I heard it on Father Rusty Live, so I went to check it out myself. And I was told that Jyland Silvera is going insane in the jail that he's in. You know, persons are reporting that he's going off his head. I don't believe it. I believe it is a act that his lawyer tell him to put on to get an insanity plea. I don't believe that nothing is wrong with him. But I was told today by a good source that he's getting off his head, my people. See? It's what say a fee business. Well, you know, yes, I spoke about that last night, Jared. Oh, Jamaica won 40 awards for tourism yesterday at the yearly tourism gala. So Jamaica is a massive destination that people love to come, and you know, we just need to fix two things. We need to fix the usage of the road. We need to get our drivers under order, and we need to fix the gun problem. See, we need to fix that expeditiously, and the government is working in high gear to sort those things out. And today I saw the government, the Prime Minister was at the building out at the St. Catherine Police Headquarters. They started that. I believe that will be the biggest police headquarters in the entire island in St. Catherine. That will serve all of St. Catherine, Spanish Town and the like. So the government is moving a police headquarters into Spanish Town just to signal to the people that they are going to be safe there. Many persons are actually moving back into Spanish Town and that surrounding area as well. People that moved out and left because of crime or violence, they are now moving in back. New businesses are popping up in Spanish Town, and you know, we just need to get the mayorship from the PNP, you know, and fix up Spanish Town. See? So Jamaica is moving back to a place where we will start to enjoy it again. I remember when I was a little boy in the 90s, you know, it was starting to get out of hand by then, but you know, it was still nice. I maybe through me did look, I never really realized what happened, but you know, it was really nice them time there, and it is starting to get back there in short order. And thank God for Angeles and Horace Chang and the crew. See? Yes, I also spoke about the Cornwall Regional Hospital Pantelli this morning as well. You know, so our nation is looking good, my people. We just have to play with part. You know, all I know we are hide from for pay on the tax, going to pay tax, we want the money. That's why we're going to lock them up. See? Pay on the water bill, we want the tax for that too. Pay on the light bill, we want the tax for that too. Pay on the internet bill, we want the tax for that too. See? And we go and go buy on the grocery them, we want the tax for that too. See? And anybody thief, not we're going to lock it up. If anybody will catch with no gun, we're going to lock it up. All of them sit there happen. See? We need to build a supermax prison in Jamaica as well. Most government don't want to touch that because it is a iffy topic, and the people are going to say government a build prison for lock up poor people. We need a supermax prison in Jamaica. One that is a black site that have no phone signal, nothing. So we send we worst kind of criminal them there so. See? And that is a black site where we are jamming the signals there. They can't use no phone and call out to kill nobody and then something there. Whole heap of things still need to be done in a Jamaica. And like me say, Andrew Holness can't do all of it. When Andrew Holness go, whoever comes after Andrew Holness have to be a builder as well. You know, to build on top of what Andrew Holness left there. You know, that is where we want our country to go. I was home in July and I am heading back for Christmas. Of course, when I go on, I'm going to spend some money, man, in my economy. And you know, the Christmas quarter is usually a massive spending quarter. So this Christmas, we're going to see the true power of the spending of the economy. You know, we're going to see the spending power of persons spending in the economy during the Christmas time, my people. So we'll see just how rich Jamaicans are getting during this Christmas period. I believe last year we broke a record. We spent something like In just December alone, we spent something like $2.5 billion last year. So if we can spend $5 billion this year, you will see just how rich the Jamaican people are, and things is getting better, you know. Good night, Dujan, always positive. Big up in Natalie. How would you say accept do you have water in Africa? No, sir, we don't know water in Africa, you know. Edward Lawrence KKK. You can't catch some water, come give it. It's like a relay after Dr. Holness, then baton will pass on. Let's not pass it to all Bucky Swamps. And let's not pass it to anybody in the pian. See? We do not want the pian back in a Jamaica. They are not behaving. Dujan, I lost my brother-in-law. Lost by the hands of criminal. Me lose condolences, by the way, Caroline. I have lost countless amount of family and friends to gun violence as well. You know, Raquel, big up yourself. And I am glad to see that things and great strides are being made to alleviate those strains of the people of Jamaica. And not even for that, you know. You know, there was a time, especially in the early 2000s, where with children then did go missing. Remember that? Every minute with children then gone missing. Woman never get scraped and all kind of something. You remember that time there? I was glad to see the ending of that. You know, I know that the government is making available school buses for the children. You know, them just have to watch the bus driver them, because, you know, one and two of them are going to turn out to be predator. That's just the reality, my people. So we have to keep an eye on them with the picking of them same way. You know, big up in the urban. See? So, now that they have their own space, so we see less of them abduction and little thing there. And we must protect our children. They are our future. I want a safe Jamaica, a better Jamaica, one where we can walk anytime at night and we're not afraid. You know, so that is where we want to go with our nation, my people. As it relates to dirty thinking, thief in rotten mango, it's a walking disgrace and a disaster. And I hope she never show her face ever again on the media. You know, two thief. And they like to take up where they not put on. All the while, then go take up things where they not put on. I saw PNP want behave. All the while. You know, then get up and them see with their things, they want to go and take care of you. Like them put it down. Right? Chip legs got thief, crab leg. Can't believe saying put on crab leg and a fee. Right, the man got thief for people them clothes allegedly. Cause he think I put it down there. Or a PNP put it down for him. You know, I make me very interesting to hear what she have to say now. I want to see her come back if I ever for one day could explain to we what happened. So we can find out if I lie I tell or not. Just like how where me and name did that tell lie on Cliff Hughes station the morning. What name again? Well, people retired. Where be your name again? Sit there, that Scott. Norman Scott. Did that tell lie pa Cliff Hughes, man, and a buck and a shuffle. I tell be a lie. See? So we have to see if I see same thing with Rotten Mango. But I see a little girl thief, so yeah. Absolute disgrace. I give Jamaican people bad name, people. And them go a foreign, go make it bad for you, know. And them make people cheat with bad foreign name people. I wanna where you see them call PNP. Same thing with Jipplex. And go a foreign go trouble things we are not for them. And make it bad for the rest of we. But we go a foreign people I watch we go in a store people I walk and I watch we. And then look at things they catch sick of them can't bear for see people things and left it. But me only sorry say I never want country like North Korea or Turkey or one of them country that then go thief. Make them knock him up. Make his hand knock so. You see me? They won't trouble nothing else. Or then take off his hand clean. I could one of them country that then go thief. You tell me now. I want to look into this. You they are foreign. And you have a visiting visa of foreign. You not even have your stay in a foreign. And you pick up yourself gone a foreign, gone thief. Eh? I am calling on the United States Embassy to deport Rotten Mango, to Uganda. She's not Jamaican. Or send her go Haiti. We don't want to die back at Jamaica. We have enough criminal at Jamaica already. See? Hardball now no visa. Hardball can't go nowhere. So hardball have to stay. See? But we don't want one to add pan top of triple X and hardball and the rest of Teef them are down there. So be asked to please and kindly to keep Rotten Mango. Either no send her around Supermax prison in our country or no deport her somewhere else. We don't want no more problem at Jamaica. The Prime Minister tell them say when you no come back here, do not create no problem. See? And she over there Teef. We cannot trust her hand they nimble, my people. Her hand they nimble. So we cannot trust her if you come back, come reintegrate into our society. Because once a thief, especially a thief at that year old or age old, see? Because Camilla probably in her late 40s, mid 40s. See? And if you reach 40 or in your mid 40s and a thief, you're not but a top thief. See? So we cannot trust her if we come back in our country. And then nimble. And this is not the first time her name I call upon Teef, I was told, my people. See? Exactly. So she said she's 45 years old, almost 50 years. Look at this a big old sow there. Eh? Look at this a big old long seed transvestite there. Eh? Transformer, sorry. Ghana people them place at 45 million years old. A kitten pussy people them things. But me always know say my kitten, you know. From me looking at eye them and see pussy eye them, say you know say the girl a thief. Eh? And gone there thief people them things. And gone down to Jamaica, and sell them. What a piece of brightness. If you lock him up and send him past prison, a thief. Anyway, people, we have to go love and leave and here now. I'm tired. I want to go sleep. Big up all 374 persons who is here. Big up all 214 persons that gave me a thumbs up. Big up anybody that subscribed. See? And I will soon in the morning. Big up on yourself. Much love. Much respect. Shower labor rights.